Hi, Annie.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, hello. So,
Are you working today?
yeah, no, but just a little bit another thing.
Yeah, okay. No worries. Thanks for coming. I think we want to start on time, finish on time, so I might just get started. So welcome to week 9. We are already like more than halfway through our program already. And thanks for your flexibility to be here today as well, because I know that yesterday was a bit of last minute reschedule. So before we move into the this week content, just want to recap about last week. We had a chance to have Tiana to be with us and talk about, the design theory, design fundamentals, and then some Canva tips and hacks she have during her practice with Canva designs as well. I hope it's helpful and practical for you guys to apply it to your Canva practice. What do you think about it, Annie?
Yeah, I think it's really useful. Like, there's some shortcut for the Canva, and then some like design idea, like in general. I
Mm.
think it can fit like for uh many piece like website or poses something more, and then yeah, it's pretty good.
Cool, love it. Have you did you be are you be able to apply to your practice yet?
um yeah, like um so is it like anything for our practice like if for last week?
Yeah, like have you applied those fundamental or tips to your practice yet? And if it's have been helpful for you?
Oh, not yet did my practice, but I think it's pretty useful for like for their life and work.
Okay, cool, love it. Alrighty. And then next, I want to give some updates from my side in terms of like campus life operations, client matching, so that you guys, stay aligned and get on top of these stuff as well. So first thing is this week will be Annie's last week at Social Star. So Annie was like the Social Star marketing coordinator and worked closely with me on the campus life marketing. Um, and from next week, she will continue working with us. However, the arrangement will be a little bit different. So she will mainly be the independent contractor for Campus Life. And it means that whenever we have any project coming up that need her skill sets, that is when she will be brought in to support. So if you have been in contact with her to ask for her assistant, from next week, you can do that like with me. So you can directly contact me if you need any guidance or assistance. Yeah, because she will mainly work for project based stuff. And then Carthy, he will be continue to our main intern at Campus Life. He has been assisting me with attendance tracking, content creation, and email marketing for Campus Life. So if you have been receiving the weekly email over the past, like I think 1 or 2 weeks, that is done by Carthy. Yeah. Next is about client matching. So far, I think we have 7 pairs have been placed with clients already. So almost everyone have been placed with clients, which is quite a great progress so far. So we have Perry and Nathan working with Jen from Physio Educators. They have been working with her from I think week 2 or 3 at Campus Live already. So and they will continue to work on that. And then the second pair is Joy and Marisa. They works with Cameron from Richard Osteo. And they will work directly and report directly to Tiana instead of me. The next pair is Sia and Kathy. So they have recently just matched with Dr. Kafa. She is a GP and specializes in women health. Um, a really inspiring woman to work with, and they report directly to Tiana. The fourth pair is Annie and Elena. So you, Annie, and then Elena. You guys have been recently matched with Michelle. She is from a part of BYOB program, and she owns Fit Consulting. It is an online learning for business. So you guys will work directly with her, but report to me as well. So similar to the process that I just mentioned before, everything done need to be reviewed by the body. And I think she already chose you, Annie, as her main intern. So you will be handling the main execution task, and then Elena will be your buddy to review your work. So congratulations. I think she realized that you take the initiative to send the summary emails, which shows your resourcefulness and proactivity. So she realized that and selected you as her main intern. So you will have more exposure to client work and experience. Yeah. And then everything, of course, need to run by me as well. So if anything that you want to send to Michelle, feel free to send it to me first so that I can have a look. It's just like another layer of feedback that I can give you before it's sent to the client.
Yeah, sure.
Good. And then, okay, I think someone is coming. Let me admit them first. Okay. Next pair is Sarik and Kaylee. So they have been matched with Ankita. She's a part of BYB program as well. And then she owns Mojo Stays. And this company offers short-term rental management services. So they work mainly with investor and property owners to help them maximize the returns via, curated listing on, platforms, strategic pricing, and guest experiences so that they can maximize the investment property. And they will be likely to report to me as well. And then next will be Tammy. This one is a little bit special case because she worked with Corey, who owns Integrity AI, but then Corey was our client since the last intake already. So she already have one main intern. Her name is Swetha. So this time we only matched Tammy as Swetha buddy. So she only needs one intern for this time. If that makes sense. So basically, Swetha and Tammy will work closely together. Swetha will executing the main task, and then Tammy will reviewing the work and then attending weekly meeting, and then just only step in to support whenever Swetha is away. Just really similar structure to how we always operate. But the only thing is that Tammy will work with a graduate intern instead of like a fresh intake like you guys at the moment. And then the next pair, which is the last one as well, is Lepashi and Joy. So they work on BYOB marketing. So they will work directly and report to Adnan, who is a marketing coordinator for BYOB now. So if there's any content creation, email marketing, they will, and then advertising as well. Lepashi have a really have some experience in meta ads. That's why she will be working with Adnan on this because we have a few advertising meta ad project going on for this account. Yeah, so that is a bit of updates from me. And recently I have a really great feedback from the account managers and clients as well. As I mentioned before, Annie, you write really great summary meeting, which receive good feedback from clients. And I think it's really very important thing to do, not just for one time, but after every client meeting. Because, like yesterday, I just met with Kari, and then she a client, and she mentioned to me that it's very hard for her to track off the tasks after a meeting because, as a business owner, there's a lot of things that they need to handle. It's not just marketing, but also like operations, staffing, financial of the company. So there's a lot of thing going on. So it's really important that we write that summary meeting to not just summarize the discussion points, but actually listing out the action points. What are the next steps as well for the interns and then also for the client to do. For example, if you want to execute on a specific task and you need them, the client, to give you the access to a specific platforms, then you can write that next step or action point in that summary email so that they know that that is something that they need to do. And then after the meeting, if they have something going on that they can check the item or like do that action straight away, they can always come back with that summary email to see what they need to do. Yeah. It's basically like you help them to help you better. So if you can help them to stay organized as well, I mean, like, it's their responsibility to do that, but if you can support them to do that, it will speed up. It will help you to do your work faster as well, because at the end of the day, you still need the approvals to publish anything, right? And then the second feedback, which is really great, is Sia. So she prepared for the initial client meeting very well. So she do some research about the client, and then she bring it up during the meeting, and then she asks a lot of questions, clarify things, and those are the things that makes a really strong impression for the client. It shows that you actually care about the business, about the clients, and it shows that you're ready to work for them as well, with them as well. And that is the resourcefulness value that we always want to have at Campus Live, right? We always want to be resourceful, come with ideas, come with questions, and that is a really important skill set to have. Yeah, so that is my update. I want to hear from you as well. So do you want to share a bit of your reflection or any updates you have? Any?
I think I should like prepare more. I already before the meeting I already studied the backgrounds of the clients, but I think I should prepare more questions in the meeting so we can like move faster. And then yeah, I think writing the summary of the meeting is pretty good for like both sides. Like I could know what I should do, and then clients would know what we have mentioned, and if I miss out something, and she can like remind me in the email as well. I think this is a pretty nice communication for better work. Yeah.
Cool. Love it. Love it. And I think you did a great job as well. You were really confident in the meeting. And I think that is like one of the first client meeting you have, right? So it's take time to build that confidence even more and upwards as well. So if you continue to take these like meetings, your like the way you communicate with client, position yourself in the meeting will be continue to be improved. And I think that is something that why we do it at Campus Live will give you a chance to work directly with the clients, not just executing the task, but communicating is a really important skill set to have nowadays. Because with AI and everything ready, you may be able to use AI to write a blog, or you may be able to use AI to design something, but communicating is something that we need to do it like face to face. We need to do it like with a real human. So if you have that communication skill set, it's already like a competitive advantage compared to like other marketers, like the marketing professionals out there.
Yeah, I agree.
So good work. And for the summary meeting, how did you write it? How did you do it?
I take notes when we have meeting, and then like after all, I will summarize it. Actually, I put it into ChatGPT, and then they will summarize some things, and then I feel like cause my notes is not really comprehended, so I have to correct something. Yeah, rewrite something, and then make it to my own thing, and then send it to the email. So yeah.
Perfect. That's great. And I think you're doing the right thing as well, because you maximizing your productivity using AI to help you to summarize it, but then you also recheck it with your own thinking as well to ensure that it's always accurate, which is like the exact process that we do. But today I want to share with you the meeting summary. It's called GPT, you can see it as a meeting summary assistant. It can help you to summarize, and I put a few prompts and requests into it, so it can help you to have a clear structure of the meeting the meeting summary, which I can show you now. Window. Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah.
Cool. And with your ChatGPT, do you use your own or you use the intern at Campus Live ChatGPT?
I use my own.
Okay, so if you can start moving forward, if you can start using the intern at Campus Live ChatGPT, that would be great. Yeah. So you can just like add a new project, and if you have matched with Michelle, you can say, Michelle, Fit Consulting, so that all of your conversation, and then all of your conversation you have when you do the task for Michelle, it will always be saved in this folder. Yeah, so I created it for you already, so you can just continue to use it moving forward. Yeah. So if you go here, and then you can just start the chart from here. So you can, just chat with it. And then in terms of the summary, if you look at the left-hand side, there will be a few GPTs here. But if you click into Campus Live meeting notes, it will already have a structure for you to use. So all you need to do is copy the meeting summary that Gemini created. So let me choose a random one. So let's say I choose this one, and then all I need to do is copy this that Gemini created. Gemini is good in summarize it, and then it can give you the transcript as well, so you know exactly what was mentioned. And this will be really handy for content creation, because if they capture every word that your client are saying, then it's really be handful for you to create content that align exactly with their brand tone and any phrases or any word that they use. Yeah. But then now we want to focus on this. So all I need to do is copy this. The only thing that is not very great with Gemini is that their summary is really long. It's detailed, but it's really long to send out to clients. So we want to shorten it to be more concise. So you copy that, and then you go back to GPT, this meeting note buddy, and then you paste it here. And then you can just send it. And then it will give you like the exact meeting notes that you can send. So it's give you like the introduction as well, like thanks for coming or thanks for attending the meeting, blah blah blah. And then it will give you like the key topic that you guys talk about, and then what you guys talk about, and then at the end it will give you the key action point. And the nice thing here is it will separate like for your client, what do they need to do, and then for yourself, what do you need to do. Yeah. And then here I program it as well to have stages. So for example, if the client mentioned that, oh, I want you to create one post for me, and so in that meeting, you should ask them about a few things, like what is the deadline for that. So if they say, I want to publish it within 1 week, then you need to talk to your buddy, because they will need to review your work before you send to client, right? So you need to confirm with them that, hey, there's only 1 week until we need to submit this work. Can you? I will finish it in 2 days. Can you review it by Friday this week, so that I can send it to Pearly? So you need to confirm the deadline as well to ensure that everything runs smoothly. Because if client want you to publish something in a week and then you only start the work on the 5th day, then you don't have enough time for the body to review, and then I will not have time to review it as well. So it's always good to confirm though like internal deadlines as well to ensure that everything runs smoothly. Yeah. And then at the end, it will mention about the QC check as well. So you don't need to send this, but you can use it as a starting point to confirm and reread your summary meeting. So you need to check if it's reflect of the key theme and decision from session. If something is not correct, you can just edit it. You can edit it like straight away here. And then is it like professional, concise, and client ready? Out of the action point and responsibility accurately capture. If not, you need to confirm it again with the team. And if there's anything that missing that Gemini could not capture, then you need to add it in. Yeah. It gives you like the subjects as well, so it's really handy. All you need to do is like after you revising and refining, you can just like copy and paste and send to your clients. Oh, good.
Yeah, good.
Cool. Love it. Okay, let me stop sharing and then share my slides again. I know that the last like few weeks have been a bit content heavy, so I think this week we're mainly focusing on a few admin things that you need to get done. Those are like little things, but it's really important to run the account or working with clients seamlessly. And the next thing is scheduling a meeting. Do you know how to schedule a meeting using Google Calendar yet, Annie?
Not yet, but I
Okay.
think it's pretty straightforward, is it?
Okay, yeah, it's really straightforward.
Yeah.
But have you used Google Meet before, or you use other tools?
Yeah, I just use it for like attend something, but I didn't host.
Okay, cool. Love it. So you have experience in it already. All good. And we have this in the onboarding pack as well. But I think I would just perhaps I just remind you guys about this as well, because you have the upcoming weekly and monthly meeting you need to schedule for Michelle. So I'll just quickly show you. So basically, all you need to do is just click create events, and then you type a title here. Now, this one is a bit specific to Campus Live, but we want to start with a hashtag and then the first initial of your client name. So let's say your client name is Fit Consulting. So the hashtag should be FC. Yeah. And then you can write weekly meeting. And then you can change. The reason why we do this is because we know that who is it for straight away. Who is that meeting for straight away when we enter the calendar? Because all of you are going to use the same email, which is intern@campuslive.com.au to schedule meeting. That's why we want to have this hashtag so that everyone is aware of which meeting is for you. And I would highly recommend that you add, aside from obviously you need to add client email here as a guest, but also add your personal email in there as well. Because I'm pretty sure that you're going to use your personal email more often. So just adding it there so it can give you a reminder as well. And the reason why we want you to use intern@campuslive.com.au email to schedule client meeting is because we have the premium account. So it will give you the Gemini tool to summarize a meeting, transcribe it. Yeah, just make sure to use it. But when you attend a meeting, you may want to use the intern email as well, because before the meeting, it will ask you to turn on the transcription. Because if you don't turn it on, you use just your personal email, and no one join in the intern email, like the meeting note will not, the Gemini will not be turned on. So just make sure you do that. And then after that, if it's a in-person meeting, you can add the location. If not, you can leave it there. If you want to be a bit more attention to detail, you can add the description of the meeting as well. So I usually, perhaps I would put like, hey, this is our weekly meeting for us to check in on the progress of the week and then the action of the week. Just put it there and then save. And then once you save it, the meeting link will appear there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you already add the guest in, your client will receive the invitation straight away. So you will know that either they accept or they decline the meeting.
All right.
Cool.
So do we have to like ask for the availability first and then schedule? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think for your case, Michelle already give you a few availability she have already. So the next step for you is to check with Elena to confirm her availability so that you can schedule a meeting. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I recommend you guys to create a WhatsApp group as well. I think Michelle mobile number is in her email signature, but you might need to ask Elena. Actually, if you go to the member list in Campus Live group, you will see Elena there. You can connect with her and then add her to the group chat so that you guys can have conversation there.
Oh yeah, sure.
Cool. Next thing is what do you do when a client give you a task? So let's say next Monday, Michelle give you a specific task. What is the first thing that you want to do? So before, I mean, like usually a few people might be start the work straight away after they give it, like the client give you a task. Like the client was like, oh, I don't know what to do for my content yet. Can you create a 6-month strategy for me? And at that time you might be like, oh, okay, let me do that for you. But sometimes those type of things will be a bit outside of your scope, because your scope will be around, you can do content creation, you can do LinkedIn outreach for them, you can do maybe writing email copy for them. But if anything related to strategy or if anything related to technical work, then you can pause, step back, and then you can confirm with me as well if you want to take that on, because strategy is not something that we recommend you to do, because it's more a bit of like senior responsibility to do. The client should be giving you the strategy and you should be executing it only. You don't have to come up with like a strategy. If you want to learn, you want to be proactive to do it, you are more than welcome to do that, but it's not an obligation for you to do. Yeah. And then when you receive a task, I would highly recommend that you clarify it as well. So not just like she was like, oh, hey, can you create content about online learning courses for me? Then you say, yes, okay, I can do that. But then when you finish that meeting, you're going to be like, oh, where do I start? What do I start with? When is the deadline? So there's all of these questions you need to clarify with the client within the meeting. Yeah. So for example, if you can ask them, oh, is it the blog that you want? What is the format of the content that you want to be? Is it a blog? Is it a video? Is it just a single image post? And then you need to think about, oh, if you want to write about the blog, then you can ask more further, because when you write a blog, you need to have like a cover image for it, right? So you maybe ask her like, do you have any existing photos of you so that I can use for my design? Is there any specific, what is the goal of the task that you want me to do? What is the goal of this blog that you want me to write about? All those things you might want to clarify with your client before you start the work, to ensure that you align with their goal and then you have all of the details you need before you start. And we do have a brief template for you to use as well. You can use it as starting point to clarify the brief with them. Here it is. So you can start with the, and then this one is already saved in a share folder under resources. So you can always duplicate this and then move it to your dedicated folder. Yeah. So now that you have a client, you will have a lot of files, work files for your client. So you can duplicate this template and move to your folder and work from there. So when I check your folder, I want to make sure that I see all of this file in your folder, because show that these are the things that you are working with your clients. Yeah. So thing to include, your client name, the project title. So for example, it could be, personal blog for Michelle, and then the date. This is the deadline. Yeah. And then what is the project overview? So you can write a short summary of what is being created, what is needed, and where it will be published. So if you don't know what to ask her, you can use it as a starting point. If she tell you that I want you to create a blog, then you can ask her, oh, what is the goal of this blog? Can you tell me? Where do you want it to be published? Is it on LinkedIn? Is it on your Facebook? Is it on website? And then you can write the objective and deliverables here. Deliverable means the number of things you're going to deliver to the client. So is it like one piece of blog, or is it 2 pieces of blogs, or is it like 4 different content pieces, or 1 email copy? That is deliverable. Yeah. Content, creative direction and reference, tone and style. So this is really important. You need to check with your clients if they already have a brand guidelines. The brand guidelines is including the brand logo, the color palettes, the brand tone. So when you design the work, you need to ensure that you use their cover palette, you use their brand font, so that their brand is always consistent across all of the designs. And then for the tone, you should be able to create it via a few conversation with her. If it's personal brand, then you can extract the transcript that you have with her to extract the brand tone that she wants. Yeah. That was an exercise that we did before already. Remember when we do like interview and then we extract the brand tone, and I give you a few prompts for ChatGPT as well so that you can extract it. Reference. So this one is something that you can ask your client as well. Oh, sorry, I haven't shared this tab. This is the brief. Okay. Can you see it now, Annie?
Yeah, I can see that.
Cool. Okay, so references. So this one is something that you can ask your client as well. Like, okay, can you share with me a few examples that you like? Is there any post that you like that you can share the link with me, so that I can use it as inspiration? Or if there's any previous work, previous post that you have that you want me to follow. Yeah. Sometimes you can be proactive in searching on her LinkedIn to see what she wrote before already, but you can check with her as well. Oh, I found this post on your LinkedIn. Can you let me know if this is something that you want me to follow from now on, or if there's anything that you want me to change moving forward? Yeah. Technical requirements. So if it's a blog, then it could be like in Word documents, right? But if there is a article image go along with the blog, then there should be like a image, the graphic file as well. So this could be in PDF or in JPG files. Or if it's a video, then it could be in MP4. If it's audio, then it could be in MP3. So just confirm these details beforehand to ensure that you're right on track. And then images, assets, sources, as I mentioned before, if they have any, stock library, if they have any photos, it's really always handy for you to have. Milestone and timeline. So what is I usually use it as like I do it backward. So I want to know what is the final deadline you want me to do. And I fill it first, and then I will work it backward. Then like before it published, I will get the client review before like, let's say 3 days. And it means that I need to draft it before 1 week, for example, to make sure it happens. But every client is different, so don't really stress about it. You need to have a few meetings with them to understand the working style, because for some clients they really spot on. Like if you send them something, they will respond to you straight away, so you don't have to wait for feedback for too long. But then for some client, if they're really busy, it might take like a few days or sometimes a week for them to get back to you. So you will learn about their working style when you start working with them for a few weeks. And that's why we have a weekly meeting as well, so that you can do content approval in the meeting. We don't want to do it fortnightly or monthly, because if you miss one, you don't have to wait for another month to have a chance to talk to them. But if you miss one weekly meeting, for example, you can talk to them in the next week to show them the content and get approval from them. Okay, and then next tab you will have is to have in mind. So if there is anything the client specifically tell you, you can just write here. Sometimes there's nothing for you to write, but for example, if Michelle told you that for this post, I want it to be just 200 words, then you can write it down here as a note for you to keep in mind when you do it. Because if there's only one task per week, it will be easy. But if the task continue to evolve, if there's multiple tasks a week, plus your part-time job as well, it might be easy to get missed. So it's important that you just jot down the note here so that you can always come back to it later. And then here is just the overview of the task. What is the topic of the task? What is the post about? What is the to-do list? As I mentioned before, a few examples here is, for the blog, for example, you need a copy of the blog, you need a visual, you need a first draft, you need to get the first draft review, you need to fix the blog, and then you need to get the second review, and then finally done. So just have this to-do list, and then so you can tick it off when you've done a specific task. This is really important for task management and time management as well. So you can put it into practice. And then questions. So I know that as you start executing a specific task, there's a lot of questions gonna coming up. So just feel free to jot it down as you have any, and then you can just come back to client with those questions and clarify it. Just feel free to clarify. You don't have to be worried about like, oh, should I ask this or if you ask that. But remember, an important thing is being resourceful. So we don't want to come to client with just problems. We want to come with them with problem plus solution. So if you encounter any challenges, you can come with them and say, hey, I have, instead of say, I don't know how to write a blog, you can say, hey, I'm not sure about the direction of this blog. My ideas are ideas number 1, idea number 2, idea number 3. I think that idea number 3 works best for your goal. What do you think? That way you can bring your solution to them as well, being resourceful, and then they can come back with you with more like concise answers as well. So if you have received my email before for clients, you always see that I always give them options. Even like client matching, I will always give them 3 pairs of intern options based on the skill set you guys have and based on the goal that they have. And then I will recommend them, hey, based on your goal, I think Annie and Elena will be the best one, but it's up to you to make the decision. So tell me, what do you think? It shows them you think about it, you being proactive, and then, but the ultimate thing is for them to make the decision as well. Yeah. Cool. And then you can write some research here as well. If you have any research, you can put it here. For example, if it's a the day in a life blog, then remember the SEO topic that I run before. You need to like search for the keyword and then see what is the topic that people are actually searching for. You can put those research in here as well, if there's any. or if you can find any inspiration from other people, you can paste it here as well so that you can come back to it later. And then here's the structure of the blog. You can write it here. This is an example of the structure. You don't always have to follow this. It's an example only. And then you can write the draft here, and then there's always feedback, right? So your body gonna give you feedback, and then I will give you feedback before you send to client. So we will, after you finish your draft, you can send this to your body to review, and then after they review, I will review it, and then we will comment on this file straight away to give you feedback, and then you can, revise it and put it into the second draft here. Yeah, and then when everyone is happy, then it can be the final one and then sent to client for review. Yeah. Okay. That is a bit of me talking. How about, what do you think? Do you have any questions, Annie?
No, I think it's pretty clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's great. Okay. I think we're a bit of time here, so I think we will finish it here today. But yeah, feel free to let me know if you need anything. Cool. Okay.
All right.
Thanks for coming, Annie.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye.